Good morning, student. Last week we have seen the transmission system, and we have started what is tire, introduction to wheels and tires. We have seen what is the function of automobile wheel, what are the essential requirements of wheels, and types of automobile wheels. We have seen, okay, the main function of the wheel is to support the load and the vehicle and passengers, to resist the side force created by turning, and to absorb hard knocks and accidental damage. This is the main requirement of the wheel we have seen. And what is the essential requirement? The function should be fulfilled by these wheels, and apart from that, easy for maintenance, cost, balance, all these are other requirements. And we have seen the pressed steel disc, its construction and working. After that, we have seen the spoke wire spoke wheel. We have seen there are three types of spokes. First is spokes arranged to transmit the engine drive, and we have seen the spoke arranged for braking stresses, and as well as spoke arranged to take the weight of the car. And for side thrust, there is triangular arrangement of spoke. We have seen this. Also, we have seen the third type of wheel is cast light wheel alloy. Okay. As its name indicate, it is made up of light alloy, means magnesium and aluminium, and its weight is less and strength is good, and also a good conductor of heat. That's why the heat generated is removed by these materials, and also there are air arrangement for passing of airs, so that it can remove the heat generated during braking or during acceleration. Okay, just to see, it is very useful in racing cars. Okay, and we have seen the advantages of cast light alloy wheel and disadvantage. Mainly the disadvantage is it is responsive or sensitive to a corrosion. Okay, means especially electrolytic corrosion when we are using a different material, when in contact with the cast alloy wheel, especially stud material is contact with that wheel, then there is possibility of electrolytic corrosion. To avoid this, you have to always use a grease. Okay, and we have given 3 questions in assignment 1. It is expected that students should write that assignment based on that previous lecture, as well as we have seen what is the function of tire, what is the good requirement of tire, and tire construction. We have seen tire materials we have discussed. Okay, after that, tire trade materials we have discussed, especially here the PB polybutadiene is used with SBR, with natural rubber, or both. Here carbon black improves wear and abrasion resistance, sulfur acts as a vulcanizing agent, oil improves road holding capacity at the expense of tire wear. That we have seen. Okay, as well as ply material, cotton, rayon, nylon, polyester, fiberglass. Fiberglass is having highest strength, and initially cotton is used, rayon and nylon, and also polyester. All these are having very good strength. Okay, tensile strength. Okay, we have seen these breaker cords materials, nylon, fiberglass, and steel cords. Especially this nylon is first used in aircraft tires. Okay, we have seen. Now last lecture I have just shown 3 types of tire we have to study in this present week. But before that, before going to learn the different types of tires, you should have aware about some terminologies or some basic knowledge about tube tire and tubeless tire. What is the advantage of tubeless tire? We have to also learn the tire shape. Okay, how the manufacturer specify the tire. We have to use aspect ratio. The term aspect ratio we are going to learn, and how the shape effect on the performance of the tire. We are going to see that, as well as the tire ply, because different types of plies are used while manufacturing the tire, and we have to learn 2-ply tire, 4-ply tire or more, and how it affect on the performance of the tire. That we are going to see. After that, we are going to learn what are the types of tires. Okay, according to the materials, the arrangement of ply, that we are going to learn. Generally there are 3 types of tires, and then tire threads are there, and inflation pressure. These two terminologies are important. Then we are going to see how to maintenance of the tire. There are basically the manufacturer recommends the how should you have to take care of the tire. Especially you have to maintain the proper pressure inside, air pressure inside the tire. What's happen if there is improper pressure, either low pressure or high pressure? Both is not expected in tire. What is the advantage, what are the disadvantage in both the cases? That we are going to learn, and we are also going to learn how to take care of the tire so that we can use for long time. Okay, so let us see the tubeless tire and tube tire. First we will see what is tube tire. A tube tire which has a hard tire outside, okay, with a soft rubber inner tube. Okay, that is called as tube tire. Means from outside it is a hard tire, and inside, inner side, there is a soft rubber tube, and that rubber tube is filled with a air pressure, and this air is filled with a pressure in the tube through a non-return valve. Once you have filled the air, then it will not return. Okay, for that purpose a non-return valve is used, as well as this tube fills the space between the tire and the rim. Okay, this once the air pressurized air is filled inside the soft inner rubber tube, then it fills the space between the tire and the rim. Okay, I think you understood the tube tire. After that, apart from that, there are one more type, that is tubeless tire. Okay, in that case the air tight made by, means the it also contains air, but it is so tight by a soft rubber lining to the casing. Okay, there is a soft rubber line casing which forms a seal between the tire bead and the wheel rim. Okay, which seal between the tire bead and the wheel. Here the figure shown is a tubeless tire. Okay, here shows the tread, here are the belts. Okay, and inside there is a rubber line casing, this rubber line casing, and airtight rubber-lined casing is there. The advantages of tubeless tire is it is easier to fit. Okay, you can easily fit as compared to tube tire. When it is punctured, it deflates slowly. In case of tube tire, what's happen? If there is a sharp pin or there is a small hole to the tube tire, then suddenly it deflates. But in case of tubeless tire, it deflates slowly in contrast to the tube tires, which leaks out fast. Okay, this is because soft lining has a self-sealing effect. It is very important. This soft rubber lining has having a self-sealing effect, as well as when there is a temporary puncture repair without removing a wheel, by stopping a hole with a special rubber plug, you can temporarily repair the wheel or temporarily repair the puncture. Okay, puncture tire. Okay, is it clear? These are the advantages of the tubeless tire. Okay, now we will see the new term, that is tire shape or aspect ratio. When you go to a automobile shop or a spare part shop, you have to ask the specification or series number. The tire is usually indicated by series number 78, 70, 83 and so on. What is this number? This number is an aspect ratio, and the aspect ratio is equal to the ratio of section height to the section width. In this figure here, this is the section height, okay, above the rim to the outer end. This distance is called as section height, and the section width is already known from side view. Here this is the section width. In this 2D diagram, here is the section height and here is the section width. Okay, this ratio, when the both are equal, then it is called as 100% aspect ratio, and it is designated as 100 series. Okay, when it is important in car design, the increasing speed and the need of a better road grip led the wider car tires with lower aspect ratio, and the aspect ratio gradually dropped from 90% to 85% and now 85% to 70%. Okay, means if we want a better grip, okay, and better grip, increasing speed, that's why in modern time we are using a tire which is having lower aspect ratio. Okay, means as compared to the section height, the section width should be more. Okay, in case of racing cars, the aspect ratio is very low as compared to 35% to 45%. This wider tire improves the vehicle handling and give a performance styling to the vehicle. The wider tire puts more tread on the road. Okay, here a tire which is used in the race is shown. Okay, here you are able to put more treads because the width is more, and it gives better high speed performance, better cornering, better load carrying capacity and longer life than old symmetrical type tire. Okay, this so that wider tire is more preferred. And in case of passenger car, the aspect ratio is near about 70%, and if it is below 60%, it is very difficult to accommodate in a general automobiles, and that's why mainly the less aspect ratio is preferred in racing cars. I think we have covered two terminologies, in this small video. First is tubeless